Hello, my friends. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello to everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. How are you all doing? It's very hot down here in Dubai. It's recently been like 42 degrees, and it's only going to get hotter. If you're here, please kindly put a like. I would appreciate the like. And as always, say hi in the chat so I know that you're here. Don't be shy, my friends. Before we begin, as always, you'll be able to find the link to my private Patreon group in the description of this video and in the comments down below once this video is finished. It's only $5 a month, so you can join for under $5 and you have all my updates, the Millionaire spreadsheet, and what I'm doing in the market. And also, an important thing, I just published a new 100x coin for the $99 tier. So if you want to join, you can do that too. There's a whole list. There are like 25 or 26 coins now. And I just literally published the new one. So if you want to get it now before the price goes up, because what often happens is, people join later and then they ask me, should they buy it now? And I tell them they shouldn't. I'll mention one coin, RNDR, that pumped 500%. Of course, I'm not going to tell you to buy a coin after it pumped 500%. So how's everybody doing, my friends? Let's see. Main Kun says hello. Inborg from Germany here. Hello, Inborg. I remember you, my friend. Thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Scribe says SLMS, Rob. What does that mean, my friend? Zifnab, hello to you too. Main Kun, catched you live again. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for joining. Richard, Kevin, hello, my friends. Thank you for joining. Hope everybody's having a wonderful time. TT says hello, legend. Hello, TT. Hope you're doing well too. Wearing a Batman t-shirt today, you see. And my daughter just went to sleep. She's having her afternoon nap. Other than that, everything is great. Also on Patreon, I'm going to be doing an XRP update either today or tomorrow. I think it's a major one. So if you're basically into XRP, you're investing in XRP, or you want to know what I think XRP will do, I suggest that you read that update. It's coming either today or tomorrow. It's going to be a grand one. It's going to be a huge update, the kind of update I haven't done on XRP in years. I think, good things are ahead. So the update is coming either today or tomorrow, my friends, depending on basically how much time I have. Main Coon says, yes, it's me, just changed my YouTube name. I see, my friend. Clear Walker says, happy weekend, Rob. Hope all is well with the family. I've been enjoying Render a lot. I've been in the coin since 41 cents and can't wait to see where the actual bull market takes it. Absolutely, my friend. I'm happy to be in there too. RDR is doing very well. There are many other coins that are going to do well. Let's talk about Bitcoin Cash. It was dormant for so long, not doing anything. People were saying it's dead. I saw so much negativity, and now it's up nearly 300%. This is what happens with these coins, which is why I keep saying don't sell and start chasing other things, because maybe that coin won't do anything for either. Like, I've had a great lesson with Doge. Back in the last cycle, for such a long time, it was doing nothing. It was dormant. It was just raging while all the other coins were going crazy. And then Doge just went insane. It made so much money for so many people. There are literally people who invested like thousands of dollars and became multimillionaires. If you simply sat on your hands and didn't chase, you did very well. But it's very important to diversify, because some of these coins, like I keep saying, will go so crazy and outperform even our expectations, whereas other coins won't do as well. They will underperform. That's why we diversify, to make sure that we catch as many of these massive pumps as we can. That's very important, a very important factor. And just as I said earlier, in my $99 tier, I have a whole process of how I pick out coins. I'm very thorough about it. I'm in many different groups, telegrams, paid groups, just to check that stuff and make sure that I know what's going on. It's like for research purposes. So if you don't want to do the work and you want somebody to do the work for you, and I do a lot of work, trust me, I'm very thorough with it. I dive deep and I do a lot of research every single day and night. So if you want, coins that can do 50 to 100x, definitely join the $99 tier. I promise you it's worth it. And I'm pretty sure that many of those coins will perform very well. And, just because also I want to say one thing that it teaches, just because a coin will do a 50 to 100x doesn't mean that you should just wait and sell at those levels. There's a whole strategy of how I do it. You should ladder out on the way out. With every coin, no matter how hard you expect it to pump, you should be taking profits on the way up, selling a certain percentage here and there, and then always moving up your stop loss. That's a very important thing that I teach. So keep that in mind, my friends. Scribe and Zifnab are saying, "How was the Indiana Jones film?" It was great. It was great, my friends. I highly recommend that you go watch it. It's wonderful, great action adventure film. I loved it. Very, very good. I went to basically this Platinum Lounge in the Dubai Mall. They have a great cinema there. Like they have butlers, and the service is great, and the screen is great, and the sound is great with Dolby like special speakers. Is wonderful. If you're in Dubai, I highly suggest that you go there. Benzomatic says, "Wow, hi Rob, hello my friend, thanks for joining." Crypto, oh my friend International Crypto Asset Ninja is here. He says, "Hi Rob, great to hear from you again. Great to have you here, my friend." Hello Rob, hope you and the family are wearing Blackie here. Excel nerd. Hello my friend Blackie. By the way, that reminds me. I don't know if you heard my phone, my WhatsApp was hacked a while back. Blackie, so that reminds me, you're one of those people that I have to get back to with my new phone number, my friend. If you are basically on Twitter, just DM me on Twitter, please, and I'll send you my personal phone number. Please do not share it with anybody. I only share it with the $299 tier and my platinum students, so that they have direct access to me. But since you are a friend and you've done a great thing for me with the Excel sheet, I will send it to you. Main Kun says Link and VT are now moving, but I stick to it as you have mentioned that it doesn't mean anything. Absolutely, my friend. It doesn't matter that coins are not moving. They go insane at some point. A lot of them don't, but a lot of them go insane, and they're crazy, crazy profits coming. Eventually the crazy profits are going to come, and I believe like the coin, for example, I purchased today, just literally minutes ago, is one of those coins that is going to do very, very, very well. Just back in the day when I was saying that I was buying BNB under $5 and saying that it's going to pump to $500, people were telling me I'm crazy, but it did. It did the 100x. It was my best performer, and it went even further. It outperformed my expectations. It nearly struck $700. Some coins go crazy, some coins do okay, and some coins perform poorly and underperform, which is why you should diversify without favoring one coin over another. Diversify your portfolio, my friends. Diversify your portfolios. Get some Dino coins, get different utility coins with different use cases, get some XRP, get some Bitcoin, get some Ethereum. I personally believe that a lot of these coins are going to do very well, and a lot of these coins are not going to do well. But you don't need to do all of your coins to do well in your portfolio. Like I promise you, if you look at it mathematically, even if only like 30% of the coins or like 40% of the coins in your portfolio go crazy, and like the 60% doesn't do much, the profits are still going to be insane, because these coins, they do 20, 30, 50, 100x, some even more than that, right? Whereas other coins can only maybe do 50, 10, 15, 20, 30x, which is still crazy, right? It's great profits. But I mean, like, not all coins have to perform. Stop thinking about it that every single coin has to do what you expect it to do, that the plan should be perfect. No, that's all nonsense. A lot of these coins are going to go crazy for a lot of different reasons. Very often, we're not going to know why exactly it's happening. It's just momentum, FOMO, and people buying, just like what's basically happening with Bitcoin Cash right now, what happened with Doge and BAT and BNB in the last cycle, what happened with Bitcoin. We're starting to make all-time highs every other month. In the year of 2020 and to 2021, it just happens, right? So make sure that you diversify, because trust me, when the bull market hits and the euphoria stage hits, you're going to be looking at a lot of these coins and wishing that you had bought. And it's going to be too late to buy, and you're not going to get any 50 to 100 X's after they've already done 50 to 100 X's. If you buy then, you'll get wrecked. So buy now, my friends. Buy now. Start diversifying now and much lower. You shouldn't invest all your money. There's a whole process that I teach in a Millionaire Spreadsheet also, where you basically start dollar cost averaging with equal amounts of money after huge crashes on the way down upon your lows. I already bought a lot here, and I'm going to buy a lot if we go lower. So yeah, just make sure that you do it now, not later. International Crypto Asset that just says, glad I managed to join you today. Happy weekend and hope you're well. Thank you, my friend. Happy weekend to you too. And it's great to have you here. Yeah, International Crypto Asset Manager goes on to say, good to see that you found a better place of residence in Dubai too. Yeah, absolutely, my friend. Basically, like the apartment is much more chilled. It's not as luxurious as the other apartments that we've been to. It's very like downplayed, very simple, but I actually love it. The area is so green. The apartment is very cozy. Like that's what matters to me the most. It's like the kind of place where you come and you want to sleep and relax, and it's like green and you feel good, like I understood that that's much more important than having like a luxury apartments with floor to ceiling windows and all that stuff basically. Ben says, hey man, been watching for years now. Always a great perspective. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. If you're here, please put likes, 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 my friend. I really appreciate the like. Thank you very much. It's great to have you here, and thank you so much for that kind word. It's been a privilege, and an honor to be doing this with you guys for years. And you make it so much more fun and enjoyable. I made a lot of friends in crypto, and the fact that we do this together is what makes crypto special. Because of course, money is important, and that's what we're doing at the end of the day. But the people matter, and the people make an experience so much better. I love interacting with my friends here and fellow crypto participants, and investors. The diversity plays key. It's similar to VC investing, and Roll Poll talks about the same way. If 9 out of 10 fail, that one can still outperform. Absolutely, my friend. That's very well said. Like if you're so unlucky that 90% of the coins in your portfolio go to zero, the other 10% can do 100x, right? And you're still good. You're still good. Which I mean that has to be very bad. You have to be very unlucky. That I've never heard of that happening to anyone who actually follows the strategy. Like me, like the last cycle, like the first cycle, all of my coins delivered. The last cycle, 7 out of 9 coins delivered. And now I have way more coins. And we'll see how many will deliver. But I'm sure that a lot will deliver, and I'm sure that the profits will be crazy. I'm 100% confident of that. Main Kun says, what are your thoughts on the ISO coins like IOTA and XLM? They're boring too for a long time. Yeah, my friend, if you're on Patreon, you know that we diversified into these Dino coins, some of them. And we just recently had an XLM update. I believe it was like 2 weeks ago or something, maybe less, about the price target being hit, for people who missed it and for people who were waiting for that specific target. So it hit. And now the coin is up from that inch, like 40% or something. But of course, that's not what we're buying for. I mean, if you want to trade it, of course, you can trade it. Here's 40% profit, much better than most paid groups do. There you go, pocket if you want. But I'm definitely not here for that. A lot of people make the mistake of trading after massive crashes. They start getting caught up in trading, and basically because they're trading, they're not holding bags that eventually pump very hard and deliver huge ROI. I believe that's one of the main mistakes that people make. Sure, you can trade at the same time and invest, but make sure that the main thing that you do after huge crashes is invest and be very patient and sit on your hands and wait. Because when you do that, that's when you get huge bumps and huge ROI and huge profits, right? Trading will never make you rich. Have you ever seen a rich trader on any magazine cover or anything? I never have, but I've seen a lot of rich investors. I've met a lot of guys in crypto, spoken to a lot of guys in crypto who invested and held for years and made a lot of money, life-changing money. I'm one of them, but I've never made a lot of money trading, and I don't know anybody who's made a lot of money trading, unless, of course, once again, they were lucky to come into Bitcoin with a lot of money early on, and then they started using, hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions or tens of millions of dollars to trade and make little percentages here that add up to be a lot of money, right? Which, let's be honest, most of the people don't have that kind of money. Most of the people, just like me, come into this market with small amounts of money. I came into this market with $12,800, right? Back in the day, in 2016 or 2017, somewhere around that. And same thing is happening with most people right now. A lot of people find it very difficult to put $10,000 together, and I'm very aware of that. And that's exactly why I do what I do. That's exactly why I have the Billion spreadsheet that I teach to show how I achieve what I achieved. And also that's why I have the riskier, high risk, high reward plays in $99 tier with coins that can deliver 50 to 100x profits. The chances are quite high. Nothing's guaranteed, but the chances are quite high. Reba Bunhead says, do you personally see new lows coming? I personally believe that it's very important to see what Bitcoin is going to do and what the stock market is going to do and what alts are going to do once we basically reach roughly $45,000 to $50,000 Bitcoin. Once we're there, I'm going to share my opinion. Before that, it's hard to tell. What I can tell you is I know that a lot of people really want to know this stuff, and a lot of people are really excited about time frames. But I believe, with all due respect, my friend, that this question is wrong, right? I think what you should be asking yourself is, are you prepared for new lows if they do come? And are you prepared and positioned for new highs and huge profits if they come before new lows, right? Me, I'm currently, as I mentioned before, at this stage in the market, I'm neutral because coins have crashed hard. I'm roughly 50% in the market and roughly 50% on the sidelines. If the market does crash much further, I'm going to start executing and dollar cost averaging on the way down upon new lows. And then sell once the massive pumps come, or if the new lows don't come. Like I said, I have roughly 50% of my investment portfolio in the market already. I'm feeling very comfortable, and if everything pumps hard, I'm going to make huge amounts of money, right? So it's kind of like you have to be ready for both now. It's not Like if we do crash very hard, I will become extremely bullish. I'll be very bullish, saying that let's get in, diversify, throw your money in there. And if we pump very hard, I'll become very bearish, just like I was around $60,000 Bitcoin and $4,000 Ethereum and all that. And I'll start selling, taking huge profits, and setting stop losses for every single bag that you have. Right now, I'm neutral. I'm just waiting to see what the market does and how it matures. What I expect, though, my patrons know what I expect of my patron. If you want to know what my thoughts are exactly, join the $5 tier and you're going to know. So far, we've been following this macro chart for Bitcoin for months now, nearly a year, really, and it's been doing exactly what we expected it to do. So everything for now is fine. Main Coon says, I'm just investing and chilling for the rest of the time, still in a 9 to 5 job, on the way to freedom. Yeah, I've been there too, my friend. I've been there too. I used to have a 9 to 5 too, now I'm full-time crypto. As long as you're here, as long as you follow the rules, as long as you follow the methods that I use, I don't see why you can't get there either. I'm pretty sure that as long as you learn, as long as you do everything correctly, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to achieve financial freedom in this cycle for crypto also. I'm confident with that. The main thing is to make sure that you're buying here after huge crashes and lower, and selling after huge pumps, and not holding because of utility use cases. Please don't start doing this where the euphoria stage hits and we'll start making insane profits, and we're basically up like a lot on these coins, right? And I'm writing constantly, here we're taking profits, here we're setting stop losses. Please kindly do not hold. Do not hold due to utility use cases. Everything's going to crash hard. Just in the last cycle, people were once again telling me that we're not going to crash hard due to institutional adoption, right? And due to utility and use cases, and due to us having evolved, and this time being different. And I kept saying we're going to crash super hard. Bitcoin is going to crash roughly 80%, as it always has. Also going to crash much more because they're much more volatile, and the market caps are much smaller. There were, like, when I did the poll, over 50%, it was like over 60%, I think, even people voted, and we're talking thousands of people here, that we're not going to see these massive crashes, right? And we did see these massive crashes. That's something that I made videos on continuously and went live during that period, saying that's something I'm not budging on. I guarantee that the crashes are coming. They came, right? And now we're buying and following our system. We did not lose money. We made a lot of money waiting for the market to crash, and now we're dollar cost averaging, right? And a lot of people, unfortunately, lost a lot of money. Statistically, 80% of investors in crypto lost money because, unfortunately, 80% of people come into crypto when everything's pumping and they're excited. That's when we will be exiting. And that's when we exited the last time, where it's basically up-only tweets, laser eyes, diamond hands, people screaming Lambo. You see basically people making insane amounts of money. That's when you sell. That's when you start getting worried. Right now, you don't get worried. When we have basically Binance being sued, Coinbase being sued by the SEC, when we have bad news about regulations, when we had FTX. Remember when we had FTX? What were we doing on Patreon? My members, you remember, my friends, what we were doing? We're ignoring the noise, analyzing everything, and following the plan, and dollar cost averaging. And now a lot of these bags are in profit, and in the future they're going to be in much bigger profits, right? Because that's what you do. You buy fear, and your dollar cost averaging on the way down upon your lows, right? And eventually you're very rewarded. Even what happened during the COVID crash, right? It was super scary. I remember it was so scary. Everybody was so emotional. We bought, we kept following the system, dollar cost averaging, super huge pumps in the future, immense profits, Same thing right now. Jay Huddle says, great info about traders versus investors, Rob. Cheers. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Ribbon Head, I got the $5 worksheet. You mean the millionaire spreadsheet, my friend. Do you read the Patreon updates, my friend? And how long have you been on Patreon? Do you read the posts that I post? Main Coon says, if the market will crash, does that change anything at the targets in your $1 million spreadsheet? So the targets are also lower. Yes, Main Coon. So basically, once we reach that roughly $45,000 Bitcoin area, I'm going to be looking at what basically the stock market indexes are going to be doing. We're going to look at what the stock market is doing in general, and if it feels toppy, we're going to still sell in profit and get out of the market and start awaiting the huge crashes, because basically that means that market cycles are lengthening, and that means that basically it's going to take longer for the huge pumps to come. However, that may not be the case because currently there's nothing to suggest basically that the 4-year cycles are not holding. They are. Everything's intact. Everything has happened in the same roughly percentages. Everything's happening in roughly the same time frames. So right now we're making higher lows and higher highs on the macro channel, and there's nothing to suggest that basically 4-year cycles are not intact. So everything is fine for now. The targets are there. If something changes, there's always going to be an emergency update. It will sell everything or something. Everybody's going to know seconds like after I do it, and we're going to adjust the plan. Of course, if the market cycle is lengthening, I'll add some new coins and all that. For now, everything's intact. There's no need to change anything. We'll just let the market mature. We'll follow the plan. We'll relax. Everything is going well. Jay Hollow, based on your experience with the charts, when the SEC attacked SRP Ripple in December 2020, would SRP have crashed without the lawsuit, or was it a real manipulated attack on SRP at that amount? Thank you. No, Jay Hollow, absolutely, it was manipulated by the SEC, of course. I mean, they can say whatever they want. In the court, they argued that they did not manipulate the price. But of course, because XRP was doing what it always did, technically everything was going fine. I had the target $7 to $13 back then. If you want to know right now what I'm doing, XRP, join the Patreon once again. You'll find out there. But the thing is, of course, they affected it because you wake up one night, everything is pumping, and the only coin that's down 70% is XRP, right? The only coin, while everything is pumping, and they waited literally for Bitcoin to breach its all-time high. Because what happens historically, if you look at the charts, every single time Bitcoin breaches its all-time high, once that happens, that's when altcoins start going crazy out and outperforming Bitcoin. A lot of them, not all, a lot of them, right? And that's what was supposed to happen. So the plan was always what? That basically, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP are going to do roughly 2 to 3x their all-time high, right, in the last cycle. What happened? Bitcoin did that. Ethereum did that. The expectation was also that Bitcoin is going to pump roughly 2,000%, and then Ethereum is going to do 2 to 3 times more than that, and then XRP is going to do 2 to 3 times more than Ethereum. Once again, what happened? Bitcoin did 2,000%. Ethereum did 5,000%. That's nearly basically 3x of Bitcoin, just as expected. And XRP was supposed to do 2 to 3x more than Ethereum, which it did not, unfortunately, due to SEC suing. Of course, it affected, because exchanges started delisting, people were scared of buying. We had a lot of people flood from the XRP community. We're talking thousands of people. If you look at what's happening on the exchanges and how coins were being dumped, thousands, tens of thousands of people fled from XRP into ADA, which is why ADA exploded so much in the last cycle also, right? So, of course, they manipulated the price. And unfortunately, we do need these exchanges to relist XRP in order for normies to have basically easy access to XRP, to make sure that they create buy walls. Excuse me. Little Vicky woke up. My daughter woke up. My little cookie. I'm going to go to her soon. She's with mommy for now. All right. Main Kun is saying, already marked the selling target in TradingView. I'll exit and promise this to myself. Don't need to squeeze the citrus today. And absolutely, my friend. Absolutely. Like, even if, for example, when you look at the 100x coins, right? If you look at the profit taking strategy that I talk about, you don't have to wait for it to do 100x, you know what I mean? We even sell a lot of the coins before basically to do 100x. The point is that they go crazy. They have the potential to do 100x, if you know what I mean. Carlos Lozano, how confident are you that the loss will hold? Oscar says, Rob, much love, my friend. Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. G. Huddle says, thank you, appreciate you. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you too. Once again, my friends, please put a like kindly while you're here. I would really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So yeah, my friends, we just follow the plan. I do these lives basically to come and remind people that everything is going fine for now. There's nothing to worry about. The Bitcoin chart we've been looking at for months, everything is going according to plan. There are no difficulties. There's no reason to worry. We'll just follow the plan. Let's not overcomplicate things. I know that everybody wants everything fast and everybody wants money now. Huge profits will come, as they always have come in crypto. They will come. All we have to do is be patient now, right? Because back in the day when I was selling, people were saying that the crashes are not going to come, Rob. You're going to miss out. We're going much higher, right? And I was like, okay, it doesn't matter if I miss out, because I already made life-changing profits. Like on Bitcoin alone, I averaged like something like 1,500 or 1,600% in profits, right? And I was like, I already made life-changing profits. It doesn't matter. I don't need to nail the exact top. It can go up to $200,000 for all I care, because my life has changed tremendously. And now all I have to do is be patient and await that roughly 80% crash for Bitcoin and 90 to 99% crashes for altcoins. That's all I have to do. And that's pretty much what happened. I started selling, studying stop losses, wait for the market to crash. It went to hell. Here we are. We're buying for tremendous discounts. As always, when we're buying, we have terrible news, we have FUD, we have regulatory problems, we have whatever, basically. Like it's like as if it's bad to buy. And that's exactly what we want to see. We want these bad narratives, scary narratives. That's when we dollar cost average to buy. If we go to hell and we crash hard again, we buy. We buy, we follow the system, we follow the plan with dollar cost average and diversify, and we hold. We don't sell anything. We hold no matter what happens. And then the narrative slowly starts changing. Then everything pumps like crazy. Then we hit the euphoria stage. Then basically all these household names and all these celebrities and Elon Musk, you name it, basically Paris Hilton, Lil Bow Wow, Lil Wayne, I don't know, you name it. Basically everybody's talking about crypto. Crypto's in every single corner. You see crypto commercials. And basically the point being, everybody's telling you now is a great time to get into crypto. Coins are up 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000%. Look how much they pumped. You can get in and make this much money too. That's when you start selling, taking huge profits, setting stop losses for every single bag. And if that stop loss hits, you get out. You ignore further pumps, no matter how hard it pumps. You make crazy money, you get out, you start avoiding crashes. That's when you start running for the hills. You do not run for the hills when everything seems like it's terrible and everything's going to hell. That's what we buy. This is great. This is fantastic. This is what we want, right? When we start seeing great and positive news, basically, and everybody's telling basically when you have I don't know, Jim Cramer back on TV, and I don't know, cool, Bitcoin has pumped 1,000%, alts are up like 5,000 and 10,000%. And you see him on TV talking about how great Bitcoin is and how wonderful Ethereum is and how this coin can be bought and where you should go, how you should, I don't know, long Coinbase stock. That's when you start taking profits, that's when you start setting stop losses. That's when you pay attention to the narrative out there. Just the way it is. Crypto is the same thing, my friends. The only thing that's really changing is basically that profits are becoming smaller on a lot of coins because we're maturing as a market, and maybe the cycles are lengthening. Maybe. For now, we have no technical proof of that because everything is going the way it always has. Maybe in the future that will happen. That's the only thing that changes. Everything is always the same. Huge pumps, euphoria, huge dumps, fear. Huge pumps, euphoria, huge dumps, fear. All we have to do is buy the huge fear. You never have to chase the bottom. You never have to be perfect. You never have to, buy the exact bottom. For example, back in the day, in the 2018 to 2022 cycle, I was waiting for Bitcoin to crash roughly 70% to start dollar cost averaging following my system, right? Which means it was around like $6,700, somewhere around that, $6,800. That was where I executed my first target. If you know the Millionaire spreadsheet, if you have it, you know what I'm referring to, the system that I'm referring to. It's very simple and straightforward. So that's where I executed the first target. Then at one point, because I had targets as low as 2K, the 2K target never hit, but the 3K target hit and the 4K and 5K targets hit. So at one point, my first entry was down over 50% of Bitcoin alone. And so people right away start saying crypto is a scam and that's it, I'm done. F this, F that. What did I do? I just stayed calm. I ignored the fear. I kept dollar cost averaging. I bought some Bitcoin at 5, 4K, and $3,800. And with time, Bitcoin went crazy, and I started selling at 48, at 50 something, at 60,000, setting stop losses. And I got off when I got out of the market. It's very simple, straightforward, right? Fear is wonderful. This is when we should buy. Please kind of put a like, my friends, if you're here. Main Coon says, yes, life-changing profits, and then allocate the profits in other assets outside the crypto. Main Coon, my friend, I'm going to expand my Patreon basically. Once a lot of people do make hundreds of thousands of dollars and some make millions in my Patreon. I'm going to touch upon the stock market. I'm going to touch upon real estate, basically what I do with my money, basically to explain that. And all I can tell you is that once that happens, we're not going to be investing in the stock market for a while, because I do believe that stock market is going to go to hell quite soon. And we're going to have to wait for that to happen to start buying some companies and using the system that we use. But do not take those profits and put them into stocks right away, because stocks are going to go to hell pretty soon, in my opinion. Do you think the lows will hold, Carlos? Carlos, are you on my Patreon, my friend? Please check the updates if you're on my Patreon. Read exactly what I say there. Tamurkan says, will you shift your focus to utility projects once the market gets cleaned out and heavy regulations come in? Any coins you're bullish on long term? XRP seems to be one. That's a very good question, my friend. For now, I don't see a reason to do that because every coin out there, no matter how great the utility and use case narrative is a pump and dump. If you strictly forget, like if you forget about the team, if you forget about the problem they're solving, if you just like wipe that out and you never know about that, and you just look at the chart, this is a fact that cannot be denied. Every coin in crypto pumps hard. Some of them pump hard, and all of them dump hard. So basically, every coin is a pump and dump when you look at the chart. So until that changes, I don't see why I need to change my strategy. So if everything is going to be kind of in the same shady gray area that it is right now, I'm going to stick to the system that I'm in. But with time, I do believe, but this is the thing, how soon is that going to happen, right? But with time, if this does happen, and it probably will, if regulations hit heavily, and if basically government regulates crypto to the point where it becomes like the stock market, where it's really, really heavily regulated, and therefore making profits will take a lot longer, and they'll be basically, it's going to be a lot more difficult for newcomers with little portfolios to make a lot of money and even to be able to join an exchange and start trading or investing. If we get to a point like that, we really do become like a part of the traditional markets, and then yes, then I do believe that basically utility and use cases will matter, and that some coins like XRP and Bitcoin and Ethereum and others will basically slowly grow and deliver much smaller percentages. But all in all, they'll deliver great ROI throughout like a decade or 2 decades or something like that, But let's not run that far ahead yet. Once we're there, once we're there, I'll definitely be updating my members if I change my mindset. So, all right, my friends, it's been 31 minutes. It's been a great pleasure talking to you as always. Thank you very much for joining. Please kindly put a like while you're here. I would really appreciate the like. And I'm sending you guys a lot of love. Hope you enjoy your weekend and have a wonderful day. Hope your family and loved ones are well. Thank you. Bye-bye.